Same thing. New England Patriots, sneaky team. They're turning like a little sneaky team, right?
Yep.
Well, sort of. I mean, everybody knows they're really good, but Tom Brady has not been playing really well. So they're getting a little more, the schemes and stuff are getting a little more into that. So they beat the Jets like they should by 2 scores, beat the spread. Watch out for the Patriots. I don't want to play them in Foxborough. We talked about that off show. So
Yep. You don't want to go there in January.
Nope, I do not.
Nobody does. So number 7. Moving on. Who you got at 7?
I got this Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers, huh? Why you got the Chargers at 7?
Got them at 7. Yeah, just whatever. I think their loss to Denver sucks. That's why I still moved them down. I think they were off this week. No. Rivers came out and had like a crazy game.
Yeah, they played Cleveland.
They played Cleveland. No, because Cleveland won, right? Who they beat? They beat somebody bad.
Yeah.
Was it Cleveland they beat?
I thought it was Cleveland they ended up beating.
No, Cleveland beat Cincinnati this week.
Oh, that's right. Cleveland beat Cincinnati.
Because of Hugh Jackson. I don't know. Oh, Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah.
Chargers put a beating on the Cardinals. The Cardinals are terrible. You should beat the Cardinals. The Chiefs killed the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It's all good. I don't like their loss against Denver. That's why I have them down at 7, but 7's not bad. Honestly, I don't want to. They're going to get in the playoffs. They're going to look good. Rivers is a beast, so Chargers 7.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh at 7. Dropped them from 4 last week because they're at 7-3-1 right now. They lost to Denver, which, Denver, I still say it's a bad loss, even though they were at Denver. Denver has now won 2 in a row. They beat the Chargers. Then they beat Pittsburgh this week. But I just think, Denver, even though they're looking like they might get a playoff berth, I don't think they're quite going to get there. I think they're a bad team this year, and you got to beat the bad teams. You got to handle your business against bad teams.
Yep.
And Pittsburgh did not. So I think that kind of put a chink in the armor.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, we'll see. Number 6.
I go Milan to 6, so I think we flip-flop here. So mine's Steelers.
Okay.
Same thing.
I got Chargers, yeah.
I got the Steelers high because they're winning the AFC North. The AFC North is a decent division, and then the Steelers are playing pretty good lately, except for losing to Denver. And I like everything about that team. Steelers are super hot, cold. They were cold this week. Next week could be super hot. So that's where I'm at with them. I don't like the comments Big Ben made about he's been there long enough so he can publicly criticize his teammates. I don't like that. Did you see that?
No, I did not
Look
see
that
that.
up when I get a shot. It says Big Ben said he's earned the right to publicly criticize teammates. I'm not on board with that.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about Le'Veon Bell and the team that actually could use Le'Veon Bell, and they won't get him this year, but next year maybe. What if the Colts had Le'Veon Bell?
Oh!
Like, we talk about the Jets.
Wow, yeah.
Talk about the Jets because the Jets have $103 million in cap space next year.
If Le'Veon Bell went to the Colts with Andrew Luck,
that's an 11-12 win team.
Absolutely.
I think Le'Veon Bell's that good.
They win that division going away, I think.
Pittsburgh doesn't need him because Connor's doing an awesome job, and I wouldn't sign him either. I would trade him. Just trade him.
Yeah.
So there you go. Steelers number 6.
Yeah, and I got Chargers number 6. All the same reasons we just talked about. We just kind of had those flip-flopped, 6 and 7. I kind of think there's an argument both ways. Let us know on Twitter who you think is better, the Chargers or the Steelers. And they actually play, I believe, this week on Sunday Night Football.
I think you're right.
So, we'll actually see that. So maybe we'll put up a little Twitter poll or Facebook poll on who's going to win that game, and you guys can vote. And we'll see who the fans pick on that debate, since me and Austin are kind of split. Number 5, I have the Houston Texans. Moved them up from 6 this week. They are 8-3. They are the first team in NFL history to start 0-3 and to win 8 in a row.
I'll go ahead and let's just throw it out there. So we probably have 5-4 flipped, right? I have Bears at 5 and Texans at 4.
Okay. Yep.
So I got them right there too. So I'll say my 5 is Bears. I really like Chicago a lot.
I got them at 4.
I really like them a lot. I'd say
defense, baby.
And I'll say this: Nagy's doing an awesome job. What ends up happening is your defense is tough. Your backup quarterback comes in to play against a division opponent, and
on a short week,
Chase Daniel looks fine.
Yeah,
250 some yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
He did what he had to do as a backup quarterback to win that game.
I would say
and
this.
that's not losing.
Chase Daniel, he's getting paid pretty decent to be a backup. I can't remember how much money. I saw a thing that said how much money he's made. Anyways, what it is this dude will have a backup job, a potential starting job, maybe, but he'll have a backup job for a long time.
And see, I heard some people saying he's kind of stealing money from the NFL, but I disagree. As a coach, I feel like he's a guy who accepted his role on a team everywhere he's been as, I'm not your starter, but if that guy goes down, I can come in and win a game or two in his absence.
Well, he can always put you in position to win.
Yeah.
And he was a backup here in Kansas City for Alex Smith for a lot of years, except
Which
for
is
last
why
year.
he ended up in Chicago with Matt Nagy, because Matt Nagy trusts him. He knows the system, and he can see, he's seen up close what Chase Daniel can do.
And a year before that, he goes to Philly.
Yeah.
Because he's been the backup in Chicago for 2 years, Philly for 1, because he knows the system. Those are the coaches that were with Andy Reid. He knows the system. He goes there. Here's the thing. I was watching on Thanksgiving. Matt Castle. Castle is he's a backup for, I think, Stafford. I think Stafford's backup. Castle still has a job. I think it's the Lions. I can't remember. I saw him on.
I'm not even going to speak that man's name on this podcast.
I saw him on the sideline, and I was like, dude, Chase Daniel going to have a job if the Castle's got one.
Yeah.
But Castle
I'm not even going to speak that man's name.
Castle probably, Chase Daniel probably also does a lot of things that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
So, Bears, and then we just talked about the Bears a lot. Let's talk about Houston.
Yeah, Houston, man, they've won 8 in a row. Like I said, no other NFL team has ever started 0-3 and then got to 8-3. Won 8 in a row to get there. I saw some things on ESPN and different stuff this week, watching sports. Maybe it was FS1, but people talking about, well, Houston played this team and that team. I don't care. They're playing NFL teams, and winning in the NFL is hard, let alone winning 8 in a row.
Yeah, and the thing is, the cool thing about Houston is what you're seeing is the future.
Yeah.
And also with the Chiefs, too. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But the Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, that same draft class, those guys are the future. Trubisky also. Mm-hmm. That's the future. It's the future of the NFL, and you're seeing it right now. They're already looking good. Watson looks great. He looked great last year before he got hurt. He's a dynamic player.
Lamar Miller running the ball,
playing really well. That
had a 97-yard run.
Texas defense is looking really good.
Yeah, J.J. Watt.
So Houston's going to make the playoffs, and we'll see what they do from there. I don't have like Super Bowl or anything like that, but like they're a good team.
Yeah, and then our 3-2-1 is really unchanged. Chiefs, Rams were both off this week.
So yeah, they didn't move for me.
I just left them 3-2. And then, obviously the Saints took care of business on Thursday night, the nightcap to Thanksgiving. They beat a bad Atlanta team.
So you think Atlanta's bad?
I do. I don't think
Atlanta's bad. I think they're.
But they beat them down.
They did beat them down. I think the Saints are a lot better, but I think the Falcons are a decent team. They didn't look terrible. The Saints just looked really, really good, and sometimes I think the Falcons are a victim of their division a little bit, because all like a lot of those teams
they do have a tough division.
Panthers good, Bucks are decent.
I don't think the Bucks are decent, but
they beat the Saints.
Yeah, it was a different.
They beat the Saints.
It's a different time.
Yeah, so Saints number 1. Really, it's Saints number 1, and then everybody else is a little bit lower than them. Saints are playing really, really, really well.
If you put a gun to my head right now and said, pick a Super Bowl winner.
Saints!
I got to go Saints.
New Orleans.
And no disrespect to the Rams or the Chiefs, but I just feel like right now that's the team to beat in the NFL is the New Orleans Saints.
It's totally a team to beat. The Saints are the best team. Drew Brees is playing out of his mind. MVP, right?
Oh, no doubt. MVP.
Drew Brees is the MVP.
No disrespect to Mahomes.
Don't throw picks.
Yeah,
don't throw picks. Don't get strip sacks.
Breeze threw his first pick this weekend against Atlanta. I think they said it was his first pick in like 4 games.
Yeah, don't throw picks. Don't get strip sacks. There you go. I love Patrick Mahomes, but Mahomes is still pretty young.
Yeah,
he'll beat it, man.
And I'm not saying he's never going to win an MVP. I'm not saying that at all, because he definitely has the potential.
His first full year of starting, and he's expected to do it.
This year, to me, Drew Brees is the MVP. and I don't even want to hear an argument against it. But you can tweet it to Midwest Mikes, and I'll shoot you down.
The only way that Patrick Mahomes ends up winning the MVP is if he does break Peyton Manning's touchdown record. If he breaks that record, he gets a record and doesn't win MVP. That'll be kind of weird. If he breaks that record of 50,
then yeah.
If he breaks the record of 55,
if he throws
56 touchdowns, or if
honestly,
he gets to 57 to the Heinz
plus.
Yeah, if he gets to 57 with the Heinz ketchup, now we're talking.
Yeah,
we're talking MVP, but he's not there.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else you got this week?
That's it. I want to say, Sporting KC. Good luck for them. They're getting there. They're in conference finals right now. We'll see how they do. Other than that,
most winningest franchise in Kansas City, right?
Yeah, they are. And I'll say this week, the Chiefs play the Raiders. I think the Chiefs, if the line is, I would take Chiefs minus 14 against the Raiders. And it's here, I think, right? No, it's away.
In Oakland.
I still take a minus 14 in Oakland.
Whoa, that's a brave statement.
I'll do it.
All right. You heard it here first. Austin says
bet your house
minus 14.
Bet your house payment on it.
Hey, guys, thanks for listening. Seriously, we appreciate all the support. Hope everybody out there had a great Thanksgiving. And we'll be back next week with another show. Hit us up on all the social media, Midwest Bikes. If we had a guest that you really liked, let us know that. If we have a guest you don't, let us know that. You can do that with a DM. That way we don't hurt anybody's feelings. But if we had a guest you really like, keep tweeting at them so they'll come back on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Just let us know. Feedback is awesome, so just keep it going, guys.
So, all right. Hey, have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you next week.